Hello, my name is Elizabeth Holleman, Kintsugi Life Coach. Today I'd like to talk about negative people. My topic today is called Why Negative People Are Literally Killing You and How You Can Protect Yourself. Do you feel like negative people are literally killing you? Are you experiencing difficulties in protecting your positivity? Well, research shows that negativity is incredibly harmful and contagious. We have all encountered individuals who negatively impact us, those who drain us of energy, demand more than they can provide, pull us down instead of pushing us up and forward, and can turn the happiest of moments into a miserable affair. On the other hand, happiness is something we all strive for. The dangers of involving with people who are negative can with time have effects on our own thoughts, and we too run the risk of becoming those negative people. Yes, I know that we cannot be positive oriented 24/7. There are good and bad days, but how we deal with those bad days is what determines whether we are positive or negative oriented. Which reminds me, the other day I experienced a negative person. This person had such a terrible impact on me that I could not even I suffered insomnia because I was just trying to figure out why is it this person so negative in his life. Any sentence that was made, he had something negative to counter. And I'm sure you've also come across such people. Well, how do I know that I am in a negative or in a toxic relationship? These are some of the few questions that you need to ask yourself. Is this relationship taking more energy than it's giving? Do you feel often compelled to act in ways that you are not choosing to, that is not your choice actually, just to satisfy the person? Is there emotional blackmail, a struggle of dominance, and or attempts to keep you from growth and change? Because actually that is what negative people do. They do not want you to progress. So they make sure that they put you in a level where until they progress, are they going to give you that allowance also to progress? So the next one, are you uncomfortable being yourself around this person? Do you constantly feel that, do you constantly fear how they're going to be reacting when you say something? And do you constantly feel that you are also not being heard? Previously, I spoke about how people do not know how to listen. Is it one case where you're talking, but this person is listening? They're just, ready always to answer and always with one of their negative comments. Do you have a mutual beneficial relationship, or are you the one who is doing all the giving? Well, if you answer yes to all these questions, then you are possibly in a toxic relationship. Remember, no matter how positive a person you are, negative people can affect your life unless you take the right precautions. You need to have a strategy how to keep yourself, or how to avoid having to carry the burden of being with a negative person. The first one, which is my favorite one and which I never hesitate to do, is just to say goodbye. Be consequent. Because at one point in time you need to look at how much is this person adding value to my life and how much value am I adding to their life. If that is not the case, then most likely a goodbye is the best step to take. Set limit and boundaries. You may find sometimes that you're working with people who are negative. So this is a relationship that is per se not by choice. You have to work with them, and it is not you who has determined whether they have to be employed there. It is the employer. So set boundaries. Just determine how much time you want to spend with the complainers. 8 hours, you go to work. 8 hours, and after that you don't want any more contacts with them. So you just limit your time to the time that you have to connect at work, and that's it. So if it is a relationship that you feel it has meaning to me, it has a potential, then communication will make a difference. If you value the people, then try to talk to them instead of bending down, no, to their desires. Be more assertive and clearly communicate your concerns. So do not, if it is something that you do not like, articulate yourself and clearly state, I do not like this. But do not try to bend and try to do it to make it okay, this is a compromise, I can live with it. If it is a compromise that you cannot live with it, then be assertive. Instead of pretending that, this is all okay. One of my next favorites, of course, choosing your battles. I always tell a friend of mine, if it is a person that I do not value, then this is a battle that I will not go into. I will not bother because I do not even want them to know what I think. So if this is a person that I really do not value, then whatever they say will not matter to me. So I will not in turn tell them anything, because if I tell them anything, it's because I have some value with them. I see value that can be able to, be reciprocated in this relationship. But if it's a person that I really clearly know that there is no chance that this person will ever change their behaviors or their attitudes, then I choose my battles. This is not a battle that I necessarily need to take. So I try to avoid also getting into into this rat race of when I have removed or weeded out this negative person out of my life, then I start talking about how this negative person is. No, I stop there. I turn a new leaf and I try to find out exactly how best am I going to be in future so that I can avoid getting myself entangled again into this a toxic relationship. So you need to have some sort of self-reflective time with yourself in which you ask yourself very, very simple questions like, how did I get there? What should I do in the future? What is it that I want for myself? Who am I? What do I value? So that in future, next time, you are going to, like the law of attraction says, only attract people that can mirror match what you two can give. So that's just a few of my tips on how to weed out toxic people out of your life, and to just have a life full of happiness and positivities, a life where even if there are negatives, you know how best to go about to turn it into a positive experience. Thank you very much.